place, Dresden, while you still can.
My revenge will be swift.
I will destroy you all!
Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, Swim here. And I've been getting this question a lot. Swim, how are you constantly at 0 seconds and never time out? Now, it's because I have this bit of a secret technique that I'm about to share with you all today. I say secret technique. If you watch my stream a lot, you actually know exactly what I'm talking about because I set this up on stream. But basically, in Artifact, losing to the time bank is a real threat. But at the same time, it's really important with these decks, particularly blue decks, mono blue I've been playing a lot of recently, that demand you take every single second possible, particularly in tournament timer mode, which has half the time of the normal timer, to come up with the best possible decision. So you're constantly in this deck, and again, this is not just me, this is every high tier mono blue player playing on a tournament timer will very often find themselves at something like 0 or less than 10 seconds, right? So, for example, in the Seed Story Cup, me, Hyped, and Sengflas, all mono blue players, were all at 0 seconds at multiple points in that tournament, right? This is because you really have to use your time as a resource. You have to be thinking about every possible decision, and not roping out is actually a really, really, really relevant tactic there, because some players lose to timing out. Some players lose because their timer goes to 0, and if you can't pass fast enough, the game is over on the spot, right? This actually happened to Sengflas in one of the games at Seed Story Cup. Or sorry, that was Thomas. It wasn't Sengflas, it was Thomas. Okay, sorry. Anyway, basically, the idea is this. My secret technique for never roping out. Okay? Go over to the options, and you bind pass to mouse wheel down, right? This is, a technique that a lot of you guys know if you're playing like first-person shooter games, like bunny hopping or whatever. It's kind of the same thing. So basically, I have this Logitech mouse. You can unlock your scroll wheel and just let it scroll indefinitely. So you can see this is scrolling right now permanently, right? Until I lock it again. So basically, the idea is you can set this up. Again, this is probably not something that's relevant to most players, but I have to say this has actually given me an edge right now because of how the pass system is currently implemented in Artifact, right? I expect the system to maybe see some tweaks in the upcoming patches because I do think there's some flaws to the pass system. It feels like you should get, like, it should floor your time to a minimum of like 1 or 2 seconds. So, like, if you pass at 0 seconds, it should give you, like, 1 full second or 2 full seconds to complete your next action. It shouldn't give you, like, 50 milliseconds. But if they don't end up changing that, then something like this will actually be relevant and useful for players that are trying to play in these tournaments, in these competitive environments. And the reason for this being is because when it displays your timer, it's actually not counting the integer, it's counting basically the milliseconds, right? Your timer is stored in milliseconds and it's shown to you in integers. So when you are basically playing on a 1 second, 2 second, 0 second timer, every time, you're slapping spacebar, you'll hear players do this, right? You'll do this yourself. You're slapping spacebar really fast. No matter how fast you can slap your spacebar, every single time your opponent passes to you, you will be losing about 150 milliseconds or 100 milliseconds off of your timer, right? So if you see someone at 0 seconds, if you just play like 5 items, you'll just win the game, right? Because they can't slap spacebar that fast. But if they have this neat little trick, they will never ever rope out to being at 0 seconds. This is part of the reason why I've been able to just comfortably be at 0 seconds in these tournaments and still stay in the game, not roping out. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Neat little trick if you want to try to use something like it yourself. But hopefully Valve will, tweak the system in some way. Right now there's, a few bugs in the animations that kind of deplete your time where they shouldn't. There's a few things like that that theoretically, if adjusted, hopefully will make this less important. Anyway, that's it for me. Just sharing this little thing that I do. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.